Hey everyone, it's Jordan. Today I'm going to be doing the Anti-TBR Book Tag. So this tag has been very popular for the past couple of months on BookTube, and I'll link the original video down below. Basically, you talk about the books that you will never read, and for someone who talks in a positive way about books, I'm always nervous to talk negative about books just because many people have different opinions and I have my own opinions, and I don't like bringing negativity, but for the sake of how popular this book tag is, it grabbed my interest, and plus I kind of want to talk about some of the books that I don't want to read, even though I have talked about it in the past. But let's get to the questions. So the first question is a popular book everyone loves that you have no interest in reading. I know many people love the Game of Thrones book series by George R.R. Martin, and I just have no interest in reading the books whatsoever. Yes, I'm watching a TV show. I know you guys are probably be like, Jordan, why are you watching a TV show and not read the books? I just don't have time to read the Game of Thrones books because they're huge, for one, and two, I know the TV show does not follow all the books in the series because the author didn't finish series before the TV show finished, so I'm kind of not interested in reading the Game of Thrones books. I do love the TV show so far as me watching it, but I just have no interest in reading the book series of Game of Thrones. And the next question is a classic book or author that you don't have any interest in reading. This is a hard one because I love classics, but I know there's some that I just want to stay away from. Like I know Catcher of the Rye is one of them. I have no idea what's it about, but I know some people have read in high school. I did not read that in high school, but I just know many people have. I just have no interest in reading that. And also I'm not interested in reading Lord of the Flies just because I've heard like some things about it, but like about a group of boys being stuck on an island or something, but I just have no interest in reading that, and plus I'm pretty sure there's a lot of drama or some kind of battle, I don't know, but I'm just not interested in those classic books from on top of my head. So the next question is kind of like a two-parter, but you can answer it for both questions. One is an author whose books you have no interest in reading, or a problematic author whose books you have no interest in reading. Stephen King for sure, just because I'm not a big horror fan, and I know he's famous for all the horror books that he has written. I'm just not interested in any of his books. I tried reading one of them when I was in high school just because one of my relatives is a fan of Stephen King, but I just have no interest in any Stephen King. I'm not a big horror fan. I do like a good ghost story, but that's pretty much that part of horror that I like, but I just have no interest in reading Stephen King. I've watched one Stephen King movie before, and I'm never going to do that again because I had nightmares that very night, so I am just not interested in any Stephen King books. I know many people love his books, but I'm not interested in any of his books, to be honest. And the next question is an author that you've read a couple of books from and have decided that they're not for you. This one is this one's a hard one just because I know there's some authors that I really enjoyed, but I know one I could think of is Ali Kandi, who is the author of Match. I love the Match trilogy. I know some people didn't, but I know she came up with more books, but I kind of lost interest in them over time. I know I had one of her books, I think Atlantia, I think that's what's called. It's like a Little Mermaid retelling. I was interested in it for a while, but then I just lost interest. So yeah, I do still enjoy the Match trilogy, but I just don't think I have interest in reading more for books, and I think that's the one that I can think of as of right now. And the next question is, which I kind of already answered earlier, a genre that you have no interest in, or a genre that you try to get into and couldn't. Horror. I'm never gonna read. I'm never gonna read horror just because I'm a chicken and I just can't handle a lot of scary scenes because I feel like I'm gonna have nightmares. Like if I watch a horror movie, like I explained earlier, I'm just not interested in horror. And also a genre that I try to get into and I couldn't, which is memoir. I've read A Child Called It, and that literally scared me just because it was about his childhood and how terrible it was because his mom was abusive, and I just don't think I could ever read another memoir just because I don't want to read about anybody's life experience, whether it's about like abuse or something like that. That really just makes me want to cry because I'm reading something about someone's experience that I can't even imagine. Be in their shoes, and I just can't handle that. So in memoirs, I'm just not interested in a genre that I don't think I will ever read again. And the next question is a book that you've bought but will never read. This can be a book that you unhaul, return to the library unread. There's a lot of library books that I've returned from the library and all that, and I know there's some books that I've already unhauled, which was the Cassandra Clare books. I know I've read the first 2 books when I was younger and I loved the series, but then over time I just, with more books in the series and there's a lot of like spin-offs and all that, I just don't think I could ever keep up with that. And plus I know that there's Shadowhunters TV show, which I'm still interested in watching. It's just, I know I only read the first 2 books in the series, so I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm still just not interested in continue on with the series just because I've lost interest, and plus the books are so huge that I'm just like, I don't want to spend my time reading a 500 and 900 page book. But I know there's other books that I've unhauled because I've lost interest, but there's a bunch that I've read. I read a lot of books in the library, and I can't think of one on top of my head that I returned unread, and I just can't think of one. So yeah, I just know that I've returned a lot of library books unread and all that. And the next question is a series that you have no interest in reading, or a series that you started in DNF. There's like a bunch that I've done, like the Shadowhunter books. I've already mentioned that. I know that I've DNF'd Pretty Little Liars. I did like the first 3 books, but I just didn't think I would have time to read the rest of the books. But I mentioned earlier in one of my previous videos that if I want to continue on with the series, I'll just get them on as an ebook, because I don't want to waste my shelf space for them, because there's like 16 or 18 books in Pretty Little Liars series, and I just don't want to waste the shelf space. And I know there's another one. I know The Lion Game is another one that I started in DNF. I read the first book, which I liked, and then I watched the TV show, and I was like, what? and I still want to read those, but I just DNF those just because I don't think I have time to read them. And if I do want to read them in the future, like I mentioned, I'll read them as ebooks. And the next question is a new release you have no interest in reading. I don't think there's any new release books that I have no interest in reading, because there's a bunch that I'm really interested in reading, but I don't think there's one on top of my head that I'm not interested in reading at all on top of my head. But I know that most of the new releases I'm actually excited for. There's none that I'm no interested in reading. That's all for the Anti-TBR Book Tag. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up and comment down below some popular books that you have no interest in reading. I'm not going to get hurt if you talk about the books that I truly love and you're just not interested in, but I'm curious, so let me know in the comments down below. And if you haven't already, click the subscribe button and click the bell icon so you'll be notified whenever I post new videos. Also, you can follow me on social media like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Goodreads, which all links will be down below for you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!